Hello everyone. Today's topic is ratio and proportion. This is a very important topic which contains good weightage of marks in all of the competitive exams. Suppose means you say ibps banking, SSC CGL, railway, PSU and many others. So let us start. Means what is the concept of ratio and proportion? Okay, ratio is what? Ratio, it is a comparison of, you said, two numbers. Ratio is a comparison of, say, two numbers. It is getting represented by, you say, a by b or a divided by b, or generally we are representing it by a is to b. Okay, so where a is termed as antecedent, a we are calling it antecedent, b is termed as consequent. Okay, so means you will see these are the different forms. You will see means when a question will ask, so you have to get idea that they are asking about a ratio. Okay, and what is duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio, it is actually a square is to b square is termed as duplicate ratio, and duplicate ratio, this is actually AQ is to BQ. Okay, maybe in the question it is written that a duplicate ratio and duplicate ratio, then you have to get informed. Then the question is general. Then the question may be asking about what is duplicate ratio. Okay, suppose it is given that 2a square is to 3a square. Okay, so means the actually basic ratio is what? 2 is to 3, and we are talking about duplicate ratio, so it is the square of the 2 by 3. So you have to get you say familiar with these things, these terms. Otherwise maybe these arise problems in the question. Okay, so this should be known to you. Okay, and some another terms such as, you said, sub duplicate ratio. Duplicate ratio, it is actually square root of a is to a square root of b. We are calling it sub duplicate ratio, and sub duplicate ratio is we are representing it cubic root of a cubic root of b. This is sub duplicate ratio. Okay, these are some what you say terms you should have to familiar with while solving the problems. Okay, so some characteristics such as we are saying that a is to be greater than 1. It means it implies a is greater than b, or vice versa. Vice versa means it means b is to a greater than 1, then b greater than a. This means vice versa. Okay, and if it is given that is a is to b equals 1, it means what? A equals b. Okay, means these are some basic things you should have to know about the ratio. Okay, now we will see what are the properties of a ratio is. Okay, so the first property, okay, the first property is, okay, it is saying that the quantities must be compared among the quantity having the same nature, or you say of same kind. Okay, means quantity means I am talking about, suppose a is 3 kg, it is given, and b equals, you say, 5 kilometer. So what it means here, a and b having what? A and b both are of different characteristic, also different nature. A is mass, and b is talking about somewhat distance. So we can't do comparison between a and b here, but it is given that a equals 3 kilometer and b equals, you say, 10 kilometer. So here we can do comparison, and here we can find a by b equals 3 by 2. So in this case we can't do comparison, but here it is valid. So means comparison should be taken place among the quantities having the same characteristic. Okay. Second property, what the second order of the term is very important. This is the second property. What is order of the term I am talking? Okay, if I am saying order of the term, it means, suppose if I am saying a by b equals 2 by 3, so it means what, we can't change the order. I mean to say, suppose here a means 2 is in the numerator part and 3 is in the denominator part. We can't change the order of, means we can't write a means 3 in numerator part and 2 in the denominator part. Or you say, means if 3 by 2 I am writing, then this ratio is different from this one ratio. Okay, so means order of the term is also very important. This is the second property. And third property, if I am saying what, if in, you say in a is to b, if I am saying a and b, a not you say, if I am saying a is less than b and x is greater than 0. Okay, so it means what, if I am writing a plus x upon b plus x, so it will be greater than a by b. Okay, this is very important. Just you say in objective question, if it will be given that whether you have to find out, suppose it means a by b is given as, suppose 12 by 15. Okay, and means I am adding 3 in both numerator and denominator part, or you say x equals 3, so it will be what here, a plus x upon b plus x will be 15 upon 18. So it is said that what, means a plus x upon b plus x is greater than a by b. Okay, so straightforward, you can write the answer just by saying, means what, a if the condition is getting satisfied that a is less than b and x is greater than 0, then just by means seeing the option, you can choose which one will be the correct option. Okay, and fourth property. Okay, fourth property is very basic. Okay, so the fourth property is saying, suppose in a is to b, if a equals b and x greater than 0, so in this case a by b equals a plus x upon b plus x. Okay, this is the fourth property. Clear? Now we will see what proportion stands. Okay, so we will see about proportion. Okay, proportion. Actually, proportion is an expression that states two ratios are equal. Okay, here each quantity is termed as a term, or you say a proportion. Okay, suppose if I'm means it is getting represented as, you say a is to b proportion c is to d. It means that I can write it a by b equals c by d. Okay, where a and b, where a and d is termed as extreme first, extreme first and last term, c by d is termed as middle term. Okay, means this is just the notification of a proportion is. Suppose if I am saying a b x y, a b x y, means you say in this way I can say a b proportion x is to y. It means what? Means say a by b equals x y y. Means what? Here you say, means here means a by b equals to x y y, and this is actually represents a proportion. Okay, so this is actually the general representation of the proportion is. And next concept means in, you say next basic concepts in ratio and proportion is, suppose if you have to find a parts in a ratio, parts, find how to find a part in a ratio. Suppose in a question it is given that a by b equals 2 by 3, and the sum of the parts is given, you say 1800. So what A will be, and you say what B will be. Okay, so for solving this, what we are doing is, this is this is, there is just, you say, not a formula, just I'm right, means general thing. As first part equals, you can write it second term, okay, of ratio upon, I can say, sum of terms of ratio, sum of terms of ratio into sum of part, okay. It means here this is A, if I'm saying second term is B here, so and sum of part is A plus B, and actually the sum of, so this is the sum of ratio, terms of ratio, and this is sum of parts. Here it is 1800. So means just if you want to calculate what the value of A will be, so we can calculate from here 2 upon 2 plus 3 into 1800. This will be what, 2 upon 5 into 1800. This will be, see, this is 360 720, and B, and similarly we can find out 3 upon 2 plus 3 into 1800. This will be 3 upon 5 into 1800. So you already know this is 360, so 1080. So in this way we can calculate, means if it is asking the question that calculate the part of a ratio, okay. So you can just, by applying the formula, that first part equals second part term of ratio upon sum of terms of ratio into sum of parts, okay. By this only you can calculate means whatever question is asking, okay. Now another question we will see. Now we will solve some, means you say, basic problems of ratio, okay. Suppose it is saying that two numbers having a ratio, okay. It is saying that two numbers having a ratio of 8:9, and you say, and it is given that sum is 119. Sum is 119, and find first number. Find first number. So how we will calculate? Okay. So for calculating this, just means the first number, it is saying just 8 upon 8 plus 9 into 119. So okay, this is very easy, just we have solved previously in the previous question. That is, we will write it 8 upon 17 into 119. This is 7, so this will be 56, okay. And suppose if you want to calculate second part, this also you can calculate from this way. What means, this is what, okay, this is second part, this is first part. This is easy to calculate, okay. Now another question, it is saying that means A and B together have rupees of 1210. It is saying that A and B together money rupees, it is 1210, and it is saying that if 4 by 15 of A's amount, 4 by 15 of A's amount is equal to 2 by what, 5 of B's amount. So how, means so how much amount A have and how much amount B have, you have to calculate. So just first of all we will solve it. 4 by 15 into A equals 2 by 5 into B. So what, this get cancelled and this will also get cancelled. So A by B equals what, 3 by 2, means here we got a ratio, okay. Now what we will do, means we have to calculate A's part. A's part will be 3 upon 3 plus 2 into 1210, okay. So this will be 3 upon 5 into 1210, we will get cancelled it, okay. So this is what okay. And B's part also we can calculate like this, what, 2 upon 5 into 1210. So this will be is 242. So this will be 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 484. So means what we have calculated age part and beach part. Okay. So this is very easy. Means what it is given in the question that is the amount of A and B collectively is 1210. Okay, and it is also mentioned that 4 by 15 of A's rupees is equal to 2 by 5 of B's rupee. Okay, so what we will do, just by doing the cross multiplication and the mathematical operation, we got a ratio between A and B is 3 by 2, and means just what the formula we learned here, that for calculating age part it will be means the age first term, you say first term of the ratio, and sum of the terms of ratio into sum of parts. So means 3 by 5 into 1210, this will be 726. Similarly we calculated, in this way we can calculate what is the value of A and means what is the portion of A and B. Okay, this is clear. Okay. So next question, it is saying that the ratio of boys and girls in a class is 5:3. Okay, boys is to girls equals 5:3. Okay, and it is means and the class has 16 more boys than girls, means 16 more boys. Say boys minus the number of girls is 16. Okay, clear. So means how many girls are there in the class, so you have to find that number of girls will be how. So let me solve this problem. Okay, suppose if I am saying means boys equals 5x and girls equals 3x. So it is given here, that is what, that means 5x minus 3x equals 16. So from here we can calculate 2x equals 16. So what, x equals 8. And similarly is how now the number of girls can be calculated, as you say number of girls equals what, 3 into 8, this is 24 girls is present in the class. Okay, so today I am stopping here. Means in the next class, or you say next video, I will solve some more problems of division proportion, so that your concept will get cleared. So if you like these videos, so please subscribe and be tuned with me in for the next video. Okay, thank you.